Okay, this is going to be a lesson on the minor chord. Now, a minor chord, first of all, you should know what a minor scale is. You should go back and see my lesson on the minor scale and learn it perfectly before you try to move on to a minor chord. Now, a minor chord uses 3 notes from the minor scale. Now, those 3 notes are going to be the first note, the third note, and the 5th note. Just like we have in the major chord, but it's going to be coming from the minor scale. So let me show you what we're talking about here. Now I'm going to do this in A minor at first to show you what I'm doing. So we're going to use this A right here to find our notes. Just how do we do that? So this is counting, just like we're not going to use the numbers on the circles. Those don't apply on this particular example because those are more for the progressions. When I get into the chapter on progressions, we're going to really get into those numbers. But right now, we got here, we'll start on the A, and remember the minor scale fingering? Now, we just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we counted 3 is going to be the C, and 5 is going to be the E. So we got the 1, the 3, and the 5. Now those are the 3 notes, and the only 3 notes that can be in a minor chord. Now, we can go back down, and we're going to find how to make this fingering, this grip, so we can play the minor chord, which I'm going to show you real quick. That's it right there in the first position. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to use this A right there. That's the 1. We're going to use the E, that's the 5. And then we're going to play the A again, another 1. And we're going to play the C, that's the 3. So this is going to be it. Now to make the fingering on that, you're going to take your, let's start from down here, your index finger, put that on the C. You're going to take your ring finger, you're going to take this a tip, and you don't want to touch these other strings when you're doing these, otherwise it won't sound very good. Then you're going to take your middle finger and you press that on the E. You can play from the root note, the A. Now you can play those 4, or you can play all 6. Upstrokes, downstrokes, just like before, but you want to play back here over the sound hole, of course. And make up your rhythms as you go. Okay, so that's the minor chord, Okay. Now you can use that same idea to make a minor chord anywhere on the fretboard. So now let's move on to the next chapter. You might want to go practice some other places. Let's do the D. We'll do the D. Okay, now remember, the fingering for the minor chord. Now we're not going to use the colored notes so much. I mean, if we go out of the colored note right there, you're going to see that's not in there. So it's not colored, but we're going to use it. Okay, D minor scale. Okay, now we're going to take the first note and the first note, the third note, and the 5th note out of the D minor scale, and we're going to make our D minor chord with those notes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got the D, the F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The D, the F, and the A. Okay, now I'm going to show you one place we can play that. We're going to build it around this right here. This D note down here. Okay, so basically I'm going to take my ring finger, press straight down on the D. Okay, now the A, remember that? That's the 5th note. And the F, remember that? That's the 3rd note. And we also have another D up here in the first position, so we can play all 4 of those bottom strings. Let's get your D note. Or you can just play the bottom 3, or you can add the... basically, that's how you make a D minor chord. Now you can make those starting on any note. Just find whatever note you want to make your minor chord off of, and use the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th note. Go find them in other places. Just experiment. See what you can come up with. Okay? So that's the minor chord.